Hi, Kavya. This is a part of a series from Stylumia where we are talking to fashion leaders across India and abroad, and taking ideas from everybody and sharing it with the ecosystem. And we are in very, very uncertain times, and it's very, very important that we not only have ideas but also share with the community. Now, in that context, we are super excited to welcome you here and to this show. And we would like you to share, as I would put you in the medium size enterprise, medium size fashion brand. And we have been watching you for the last few years. You are ahead of time in many areas. You keep thinking forward. You keep a track globally. You're very data oriented. Very few professionals, leaders that we have seen in the small and medium industry. So we would like you to share, what you are going through. How are you planning your business for the time ahead? Yeah, over to you, Kavya. Maybe you can introduce yourself and then start.
Thanks, Ganesh. Hi, guys. I'm Kavya. I run a brand called Femella. We've been um, in the market since 2008, but primarily online since 2012. So, just like all of you guys out there, we're in the same boat. Where since mid March, sales have halted for us from on our own digital channel to with our partners on Myntra, Coos, Amazon, Agio. So we have taken this time to kind of look at our business model, look at our past data, customer data, what have they bought, what has worked for us. At we're looking at basically at style level, at category level, at what's been doing well. Um, Socially, we've been connecting with our customers with not sustainable content, but we're throwing out while you're at home. Just keep on connecting, keep a brand name out there. And I would really urge all of you guys to keep on connecting with your customers in not a sellable way, that you're not selling your product, but you're letting them know that you're with them this time. You're throwing content out there that they find useful. It could be recipes, it could be anything that they're doing right now. um, and I take this time uh, to reconstruct your own business, to to make it ready for you in the times to come. And we're all in this together. And so how can we get out of it with and look at this the next 3 to 4 months or 6 months or maybe longer, who knows. But keep on innovating yourself, keep looking at keep connecting with your customer. And I truly believe, I think this can really make direct to consumer brands more and more popular in India, for sure.
Kavya, just to, thanks for sharing
Mhm.
that. One question I have, you were mentioning, when we were talking before, you said that during these times, you realized that you are not fully cloud ready. And you're bringing your organization cloud ready, and it's all just happened in the last few weeks. Can you just talk
Yes.
about that?
So we are getting towards how we can now, once the lockdown is open up, how can we give all of our employees you know laptops. But we're already using tools like you know Slack. Our everything's on Google Drive, from production processes to styles which are yet to go in production, our research. So our teams are very well interconnected on Google Apps. So you know how we talk. So this is good. And people are very accessible on their phones. So we made them download these tools that for the team collaborative tools that can help us
Yeah.
uh, be more and more cloud ready. Yes.
No, no, absolutely. I think that's a way forward. And one more thing you talked about that, I've been watching you spending a lot of effort in getting your brand consumer ready? I'm talking about direct to consumer, and direct to consumer is going to be on the upswing. Now, in your context, you also done, you told me some phenomenal sales on a particular day for your brand using social media. For how are you preparing your brand to be ready for this socially engaged consumer? For any one or two things that you want to share.
So, be aware. I really feel, be aware of what's going out there. Be aware what kind of content your customer really wants. Long back ago, we let go of Twitter because we, as fashion brand, we could not really connect with our users engagement on Twitter. Instagram and Facebook has always been a get go. Now TikTok coming in, we're trying it out. Does Femella and TikTok synergize together or not? So Instagram has worked really well for us, and for us is about creating meaningful content, and once lockdown is over, I'm definitely creating content which leads back to sales for us. And definitely, how can we take that content and pull it back on our website as well? A lot of the brands, what we do out there, they only create digital content to be on their social channels. We want to take that content that we are investing in creating for digital channels to bring it back to the website as well. So, or an app in the future. So people know that how the brand is interconnected overall.
Yeah. And there are different roles in the organization, Kavya, and as you'd appreciate, design is one of the most important functions. And what are designers doing these days, and how are you keeping this area energized?
So I'll let Ketki, she's on the call, answered that. I think that'll be great. Ketki, do you want to take it forward?
Yeah. Hi. So I think for the design team, what they're working on right now is that they are looking at currently what is the market reacting to, what are people creating other brands outside India, what are they making, and what can we do keeping the changes in mind, and how can we come up with something a little new. For example, exploring different categories and kind of creating a steadier plan towards it. So implementing it once we're back in office, it'll be a lot faster.
Absolutely. And yeah, Ketki, we also know, right? And you use technology, you're one of those, small and medium enterprise to believe in latest technology. And you've been using Stylumia for a while, and I'm sure you're using a lot of other tools. And what do you see, what is your recommendation for people? Is this all the more important right now, or what's your suggestion?
So we've been using Stylumia for a while now, and I would say the biggest advantage of that is it helps you save a lot on time. So time, of course, and especially right now, you can easily research what is it that your customer wants, and it kind of, I think the same, if for example, if we were to do that research organically and not use a tool like Stylumia, I would say we would end up spending 4 times as much time as we do right now.
Got it.
Because this is just a matter of inserting. You can filter it within the age groups, what websites, if you want to look at the discount products that are moving, fresh products, what year, it can take you back years back as well, which is impossible to do if you just go on Google and search.
Got it.
So I think in terms of that, for exploring new categories, it's a great tool. And it's helped us a lot for our current categories as well, which we've been seeing in the past few months. So we've actually started tagging products. If we've done some research and we've gotten a trend from Stylumia, we've actually started naming our style numbers accordingly to track the sales, because we believe data is everything.
Amazing. And Ketki, you're setting, definitely benchmark for creative people around, and I'm sure a lot of people is going to look up to and take that cue from you. Kavya, just coming back to, manufacturing, and you also own your own set of manufacturing, right?
Yeah.
So what are you planning to do with manufacturing, the context that we are in?
So Ganesh, since we're a non-essential company, we can't really get back into business creating garments for consumers. So at the moment right now, we are in talks to start making protective garments for medical facilities and medical professionals. So hopefully in the time of need right now, we can get to that. And this way, we work with local governments or state governments, getting the protective gear, which is highly required. Not now, according to some studies, will be required for the next 1 year. There's going to be that's what they're looking for. So we're looking at that aspect of it, where it will give our daily wages as well. um, you know they'll get revenue out of it, and we'll be able to help for the social cause as well. So
Amazing.
that's what
Amazing, Kavya. I think
yeah.
it's such a noble activity. I think there's also shortage of these products around, and I'm sure, right, there is definitely a clue here for others to also pitch in, right? For now, looking at, let's move to the front end and say you have a lot of distribution channels and your partners, right? And what's your view on, how do you want to handle the channel mix and distribution particularly?
So, as you guys know, in the past 1 year, we used to work with Jabong. Myntra took a decision of shutting down Jabong, so that's one channel which is already gone. Cooves has decided to go stick to private label right now, so that's another really big chunk of our sales have gone out as well. So, which I feel like it's good, that that we are in this space right now, that we get to think, that how do we stream it down. So non-performing channels that they are there, I think we will let them go, and we will only stick to our own channels, keep investing in our own digital channels as much as we can. And then we have partners like Myntra, Amazon, Ajio, which are key partners for us to grow. And we are also taking our brand to Middle East. We have tied up with Landmark Group. Styly is an app that they have launched in Saudi Arabia. So we're taking Femella to Saudi Arabia as well. So, and Landmark Group being one of a marquee in fashion, it's going to be a good association for us, good learning for us. How are they working? What kind of styles sell? And if Femella styles are doing well, we as a brand doing well, then we can see an opportunity of launching our own store in Saudi Arabia, and whatnot. So yeah, so this is how we're looking at it for foreseeable future for now.
No, great. Good that, you're rationalizing your distribution channels, consolidating in some area, going deeper in some area. And also interesting to see that you're also looking at now international expansion in different parts. And I'm sure there are a lot more opportunities in that space too, for beyond the country.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. And, I'm sure these times, how is it working from home, where you had a design studio, you had manufacturing, there's so much right now, it's all at home. Anything that you want to share about working from home experience?
You have all the time in the world to look at data, which you earlier don't. So, and talking about, going back to your earlier topic, Ganesh, Femella has been part of virtual sampling from get-go. We are now, our aim is how can we leverage more and more technology and make more systems, make it more automated than relying on human intelligence right now, to be honest. Our next aspect is to work with Stylumia to finally integrate our sales to Stylumia to understand how can we leverage more and more out of more and more features of Stylumia out of it.
Got it. Kavya, I think people, we all think about digitization. It's all digitization, not just selling. And like we discussed, it's a huge opportunity of digitizing various parts of the company. You're talking about sampling digitization, right? Maybe approval digitization from factories. And we are talking about selling to B2B customers digitization and B2C going to social. So there is a lot to think about, a lot to work with data. And wonderful talking to you, Kavya. And thank you very much for you and Ketki for joining this discussion. And I'm sure that Femella will come out of this much stronger and if not thrive in the future. And thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot, Ganesh.
Ganesh.
Thank you, Ganesh.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.